What's going on, guys? It is Laser here with my Sunday night NIO analysis. I love what I see. I'm very excited for what's going to come for next week. And I think next week's going to be a very good week for NIO. I don't see anything bearish yet. I'm not going to talk about in my today's video. I'm not going to go over the Dixie or the USDCNH or Hang Seng, as I just don't have that much time to go through everything. If you do have some questions about that, shoot me some. I have my DMs open on X. Feel free to shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to respond. I have people in my inboxes asking me questions, and I'm not like snobby or anything like that. You shoot me a message, and if I'm available and I have time, I will go out of my way to try and help you out, answer. So don't feel like you can't message me. My DMs are open on X. But let's talk about NIO for a second. Why things are getting super duper exciting. I was thinking maybe it might have it was going to give us the rejection, but didn't. It actually broke above. So that's a candle close above. That's crazy. The fact that it never gave you that massive explosive move is really interesting, because the risk to reward is interesting. And if it does give you a pullback, there's not much room for a pullback there. If we were to zoom in on the 1 hour time frame here, you could see where that trend line goes. Let's see if I did that right. Did I do it right? Let's do it like this. Oh, sorry. Magnet. It was pretty close, pretty darn close. I got to zoom in to get this perfect. Let's see. Where's my pivot? I think I manually drew it. It's close enough, guys. All right, let's see. I got to bring it all the way back here. Such a pain in the butt. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Are you going to connect? Connected. Yeah, that's clean. Clean, okay? So if there's going to be support, there's going to be obviously that retest. You could argue that this was the retest right here. It was a short boop. It broke. Boop, it retested, and it could just run. Monday morning, boom, it wants to run. But it wouldn't, you might see that pullback before it gives you that bounce. And that's going to be where your next trampoline is. As you guys all know how great those trampoline spots are for NIO as to where they're going to bounce. So where's that original trampoline line from last week? Let's see if I can find it. It was, I believe, here. Right? This was significant. Broke under and then broke back above. Can't give you the retest, which was where it bounced from. Okay, so and now it broke above this, so it's exciting. The structure is changing completely for NIO entirely. It's broken this. We're going back from December, almost 1 year, man. It's maybe, oh no, not December. I apologize. August, almost a year. Holy cow! A year later, it's breaking out. That is crazy. That is exciting. So where's this going to go for next week? This is what I'm watching. Let's see if that works. No. Yeah, this is what I'm watching here, guys. Okay. Let's see. Bounce. Testing, consolidating, bounce. So if this is going to hold and you want to kind of see continuation of this trend, these trend lines are important. I've had some people ask me hey, where's the support? Practice drawing trend lines. It's all you got to do is just find 2 pivot lows and just draw out that trend line, and you'll find the price action constantly bouncing and interacting with it. And so this is going to be where you want to see the next bounce. Okay. Now, I think it's a little bit heated and overextended. So pull back down into 480, a 20-cent pullback, 2-3% pullback. And if it wants to go all the way down to the trend, which is okay, because it could momentarily break down as long as it goes and breaks back up again. We've seen those before. So a 3-4% pullback on NIO, no biggie, and it might be a great place to get long. If you've missed it and you want to wait for that pullback, you're talking 20 cents here, you're pretty close. And I think you're gonna get a very strong, violent reaction. Very strong. Okay. So I did notice something on the 15 minutes. What did I see? I noticed that on the 15-minute time frame, you got a little bit of a bearish divergence, which is okay. This is just this means that I wouldn't be buying NIO up here. Bulls are getting tired and they're ready for they're ready for a bit of a consolidation pullback. To me, that is kind of like on a 15-minute signal. It's not very like it's not going to dictate like the direction of NIO. Look, it made one right over here. Notice it made the higher high, but it was a lower high on the 15 minutes. No biggie. It pulled back and it freaking bounced and launched, right? It freaking launched. So it's no biggie. You're going to get maybe that pullback and a likely spot where it's going to bounce, you guys, is right there. There's your bounce bar. So if this is going to bounce, draw this trend line from July 9th all the way out to from July. You can just draw this. You can see where the bounces are. Boom, boom, boom. You want it to bounce there. That's the first spot that I'm going to be looking, and it wouldn't be a bad spot to consider getting long. And in fact, it would look something like this. Probably would look like that. Let's see. You know, a retest, come down, boom, and then you get that massive bounce and continuation. So, and one of these moves is going to be like, it's going to be enormous. You're going to get that enormous move. I think it's going to be coming soon. And it'll get to the point where this trend line becomes obsolete because it starts going parabolic. And this trend line will no longer be a trampoline. There will be a new trend line that we'll be watching. And I think it's got that potential. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't see anything bearish on the hourly at all, which is beautiful. Okay. And that's what you would want to be. That's what you'd be most concerned about, right? So if you look here, $5.04. Now, mind you, the velocity has not, the price hasn't gone above here. If it does take above here and gives you that pullback, like it goes above, let's say it does this. Now you have a potential bearish divergence. We're not going to actually like, we'll cross that bridge if and when we get there. I don't think that's going to be the case here. I think what's going to happen here is it's going to give you that that retest on this trend line here. 15 minutes is looking kind of cooked and ready to give you that pullback. You can even argue this might even come up there instead of going down to 464. Let's see if I did that right. Roughly. I don't know. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that's roughly where you're going to see it. And if that's the case, which I think it's going to be the case, your next big like target, I think is going to be, I don't know. You're going to want to see where it gets to like around like 560, 570. It'll be right here. You're going to get a really huge reaction once it gets up there. Again, targets, I'm still expecting above 8 on this, okay? I'll draw that out for you guys again. I do it on all my videos, but I'm doing it again here. I expect 844. I expect 994, and I think this is the golden pocket. $12, 1185. I think it gets there. There's so much upside here, guys. Now, if only the Hang Seng can push and pump it, we'll have to wait and see what it does. But for now, this is looking quite nice. Here's the 2 hour, by the way. 2 hour view. What you don't want to see is it take above this. And how would it do that? If it gapped up and then tanked, that would be kind of like you might get a much more deeper retrace. And I don't think that's going to happen, although it could. Again, man, it's NIO. It's so difficult to really tell. But as long as it maintains this trend line on the velocity here, right? As long as we're above that, we're uptrending. All right. And we still haven't even come up here. It's 558. Like shit's gonna get wild, I think. You just got it. I think Monday, Tuesday, maybe like a dip. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, things are gonna rocket. So you might even get just only like a half day dip or like something. But the way things are kind of going on the Hang Seng minus 1%, that's kind of a big pullback on Hang Seng. But again, structurally, that pullback is that zone is coming soon, right? You're going to get a pretty decent entry right here, right alongside here. That's where you want to kind of get long. So it's healthy so far. That's it. That's all. That wraps up my video. I don't want to make this any longer than it actually is. I think, the only thing I'll wrap up here with NIO and say is I think NIO is going to find a lot of support when it pulls back. And I think the dip is going to get bought. I would only start panicking and worrying about NIO if this is lost. Because it almost lost it right there. If this gets lost again and it retests, that's where you would panic, actually. But I think like this is bullshit. You go on the bigger time frames, this thing is getting ready to fly. It's getting ready to pump. And you can see like AMD had that massive pump. This was the example. Which was the example? I'm trying to think. It was Tesla. Sorry, not AMD. It was Tesla that actually had that breakout, and it took forever. See how it broke out? It gave you this massive consolidation before it gave you that big move. And I think NIO's turn is coming soon. I think it could be as soon as next week, possibly the week after. I think the month is for July. Let's wait and see. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. That wraps up my video for NIO. I think if there's going to be any dips on NIO, it'll be very short-lived. The bounces are going to come pretty fast, pretty quick, actually, and you'll get some shallow dips. It is overheated. I would not be entering, personally myself, I would not want to enter our dollar cost average into NIO at these current zones. I do see it kind of giving you a bit of that pullback and that dip, but there's going to be a lot of support kind of beneath it. Like you got this support, then you have that downtrend support. So a lot of really good things to come for NIO. And again, it's going to be a game of patience. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit, give me the thumbs up. And if you have any questions, go ahead and drop that in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try and help that out. And for those of you that actually are asking me about, I've noticed some comments about the velocity indicator. I have not, figured it out yet as to the best way I can get it into your hands yet. It is a custom indicator. It is the secret sauce to my trading strategy and approach. So if you're interested, just let me know. I'll create a list of everybody's interested, and if it generates enough interest, I'll look at putting together a way to get it in your guys' hands. For now, it's just custom for now, you guys, and you'll have to just stick with it for my videos. Hope you guys enjoy my video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful week and a wonderful night. Thank you, and cheers.